by Tom Husser, assistant coach Pat Daly, and Leo Serto. And now for the Bobcats. Number 3, Beth Cromley. Number 5, Taylor Sample. Number 6, Hillary Boyer. Number 9, Lindsay Boris. Number 10, Sarah Brunel. Number 13, Chelsea Warwick. Number 14, Christy Kelly. Number 16, Kristen Brunel. Number 19, Bethany Drown. Number 20, Heather Byron. Number 21, Tiffany LaPointe. Number 22, Cherish LaBumbar. Number 23, Brittany Charlotte. Number 24, Christy Bouvier. And starting today for the Bobcats, number 1, Chelsea Barkle. Number 2, Kelsey Torville. Number 4, Emily Lashley. Number 7, Brittany Barron. Number 8, Tia Hicks. Number 11, Sarah Trudeau. Number 12, Kayla Rabideau. Number 15, Caitlin Scott. Number 17, Natasha Wilson. Number 18, Jill Gardner. And the goalkeeper, Allison Hull. The Bobcats are coached by Jared Perrier, assisted by Marie Bolris, John Revenue, and Katie Charlin. Would everyone please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hometown Cable high school soccer action. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castan. We're at the beautiful Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex. It's Saturday, November 10th, the year 2007. The Northern Adirondack Bobcats, Lady Bobcats that is, are venturing where they've never gone before. They're in the quarterfinals of the New York State Class C playoffs. They're facing off against the Hoosick Falls Panthers. Bobcats, the home team here. We're playing at Plattsburgh, just about 30 miles away from the high school. Hoosick Falls has made the trip up north, and both these teams are looking to advance to the Final Four, which will be played next weekend in Cortland, I guess. Hoosick Falls comes in ranked number 1 in the state, and the Bobcats, well, once again, in uncharted waters. We're a sectional champion back in 1998. Today, won the championship this year, and now have advanced by beating Madrid Waddington by a score of 1-0 the other night here on the Plattsburgh field. Kayla Rabideau takes it in. A shot just on the short side, just misses. Good run there. That's against the wind. Bobcats are going on your screen, I guess it would be from right to left. I got that right, Calvin?
You got it, Bill.
Okay. Hoosick Falls. Their school colors are blue and white. They got their away uniforms, blue, the white trim. Bobcats in their home white jerseys, green shorts, green numbers on the jerseys. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Cats are going into the wind for the first half. There is a pretty stiff wind out there. It's a beautiful fall day, just other than the wind keeping it cooler than probably actually temperature is. It's supposed to be in the 40s today. It actually seemed a little cooler down here in Plattsburgh than it did in my hometown of Lime Mountain. Cats are led up front by Kayla Rabideau, Sarah Trudeau, and Kayleen Scott. Defensively, Allison Hull is the goalkeeper. Tia Hicks, she plays the sweeper position. Also, there's Hull coming out of the net, a loose ball. Shot put in on goal, and Hull had recovered in time. Get back there and pick that ball up.
It was a very poor clear there by whoever kicked it for the Bobcats, putting it right in front of the net.
It cleared it up the middle. Now Rabideau. She's looking for Trudeau, who's moved into the middle of the field. Brittany Barron, Natasha Wilson, Jill Gardner, and Tia Hicks are the four players who play in the diamond back there on defensively for the Cats. Halfbacks, we've got Kelsey Torville, number 2. Not sure. Oh, it's Emily Lajway is the center halfback. And on the far side of the field, we'll let you know who that is. Okay, the Panthers with the ball. Panthers, once again, ranked number 1 in the state. They've scored 81 goals according to the paper. I think they've got maybe a couple ties. They haven't been beaten yet this year. Ball's in the Bobcat end of the field. The cross. It's off the back of Bobcat defender. It's going to be a corner kick. I believe that's Emily Lajway. Heads up play on her part and to move, so it wouldn't be a handball called. Because I would have hit her. It looked like she had her hands up, and that cross could have hit her right in the hands. It would have been a penalty kick. Corner kick. Right across the middle, right into the goal mouth. It's cleared temporarily. Trudeau goes outside to Kayleen Scott. Rabideau running up front. Looking to go back to Trudeau. Trudeau, if she can, tap it up towards Kayla Rabideau's position. She did. Nice effort there. But the Hoosick Falls defense slows them down there. Now, cross midfield into the Bobcat end of the field. Tia Hicks. I thought she was going to let her keeper pick that up. She kicks it to the outside. That should be a goal kick.
It's up to Hull to call for that if she wants it.
That's true. You got to have that communications, Calvin.
If the keeper doesn't say let it go, you got to kick it.
Allison Hull. I believe she's just a sophomore. So probably little butterflies here in the early going. 35 minutes left in the opening half. No score. First game here played on this field this afternoon. Shazy advances to a Final Four. Shazy girls, that is. Class D action. They beat their opponent by a score of 4-0. The boys of Shazy have also advanced already. They've won down in Colony by a score of 2-0. And NAC looking to do like Shazy has done. Loose ball. Both NAC girls and boys playing today. The boys are down in Colony. They're following the Shazy boys down there. And both games played pretty much probably at the same time. Far side. She's good job of hustling there. That's Krista Bouvier.
Gotta apologize, Bill. Our audio was off for a little while there. I don't know how long.
Oh, okay.
So they missed it. That's probably some of the best things you've had to say in years.
Yeah, well.
It's gone now.
You'll have to fill in with music or something, Dorn. Or maybe I can do a live hometown where we just watch the tape and.
Yes, yeah, comment. Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, and you can get Gordy Little to fill in the void there. At the Hometown Cable Studios, located in Champlain, New York. Scott to Trudeau, looking to go back to Scott, but that's picked off by the Hoosick Falls Panthers. Dumped down deep in the Bobcat end, that's going to roll over the end line. We got a goal kick coming up. Tia Hicks. Cats can just hang on here, maybe go with the wind in their favor in the second half and not allowing these Panthers to score. That'd be a big boost, I think, for their confidence. Once again, NAC boys and girls playing today in Class C sections or Class C New York State playoffs, quarterfinal games, and both have the luxury of playing the #1 team in the state for that class. Nice move there by Trudeau. Well, she hung on to the ball just a little too long there. Panthers step around Brittany Barron. Ball's put in the middle. Tia Hicks is there. She clears it. Shot on goal. Blocked by Hicks. Rabideau. Bump from behind. She tries to go through the 5-hole. That's stopped. Ball put down the right side. Goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for the Bobcats deep in their end of the field. Natasha Wilson will take the throw. Actually, it's appears the Panthers have got the Bobcats backed up there. Their halfbacks are playing a little too deep. That's a young Drown girl kicking the ball out of bounds.
So you got the wind to the backs of the Panthers here, and in the game earlier, Shazy scored 1 goal with the wind to their backs, and we figured they were in trouble in the second half, but they went out and scored 3 facing the wind. So the wind apparently wasn't a big factor in the Class D game, but you would think it would be.
Well, right now that wind is surely helping out these Panthers in this game. Cats are struggling to get the ball into the Panther end of the field.
Well, they got to keep it closer to the ground. Anything in the air is going to be affected by the wind more so.
Ball's out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. Lajway will set the ball down on the 6-yard line. Kelsey Torville and Kelsey Torville and the young Barcombe girl. Is it Chelsea?
Yep.
Kelsey and Chelsea? Is that how that is? Okay. There's Chelsea Barcombe. She's playing the halfback position, far side of the field. Nice play there by the Panther defender. Just calmly tapped the ball back up the field. Got a handball called. A free kick for the Bobcats. Lajway sets it on the 40-yard line. Lajway looking for Rabideau. Rabideau. Ball up in the air. Calvin just commented on that. Keep it down on the ground. Bobcat player there a little slow in releasing the ball. Panthers jump on it. Dumped in the middle. There's a goal. That one's going to count. Number 2, Sarah Dollery, passing the ball to number 11, Carly Pine, and Pine redirecting it past the hull. And with 25:36 on the clock, Hoosick Falls Panthers have a 1-0 lead here in this Class C semifinal game. All right. Heather Reese. I thought it was number 11. Well, I got the assist right, folks. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine here. We're back. It's Class C Class C quarterfinal game for New York State girls soccer action. The year 2007, the Bobcats down by a score of 1-0. The Panthers have been pressing here. Their offense right from the get-go. The Cats, they've had a couple runs up the field, but Panthers with the wind at their back have been taking it to the Cats defense, and nice pass there by number 2, Sarah Dillery. And it was number 14, Heather Reese, redirecting the ball into the net. Ball's out of bounds. Allison Hull throws that out because it actually went down into the penalty area, the ball that they were using to play with, but the Cats had to throw in. Now we got to throw in front of the Bobcat bench. Nice sunny day here at the Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex. I haven't seen no snow yet, Calvin, have you? Well, we've seen some up there, but still mowing the grass up there in Champlain?
Well, driving down Prospect Street here today to the game. I don't know if you came that way or what, but there are a lot of leaves on the trees here on this November 10th. A lot of leaves still on the trees.
Well, not up our way. They've all pretty much either blown off, or the rain has a couple times helped clear the trees. The wind. Little bump there. Number 13, Chelsea Warwick. She's in the game for the Cats. Brittany Barron sporting them pink shoes back there defensively. And there's the goalkeeper with the goal scorer with the ball. But the Cats clear it. Sarah Trudeau. See, I noticed here right off is the Bobcats. They've got Sarah Trudeau as there. I think they're going with a 2-man line type of thing, and they've got them hemmed back in their own end, and they're outnumbered to try and move the ball anywhere up the field. There's too much of a gap between the line and the halfbacks. Trudeau picks up the ball, and if she's trying to go to Rabideau or Scott, it's a 4-on-2. She's either got to hang on to the ball a little longer, or some of them other people have got to move up the field and get involved in the play. Ball's out of bounds. It's off, and Tia Hicks. That was Meg McKee, number 10, kicking that ball. Annie Mullen will come down to take the corner kick. The way the wind is blowing here, you aim for about the 12-yard line and then to hope that it pushes it towards the goal if you can get it in front of the net. Their last corner kick went across the goal mouth. Got a foul called, I believe, on the Panthers. Be a free kick for the Bobcats in the penalty area. Well, their hands are up. Must be an offside, maybe. I don't know. I didn't think there was where the ball was. Short kick by the Cats. Allison Hull comes out and jumps on the loose ball. Looked like number 9, Annie Mullen, was right there trying to punch it in the net for the Panthers. Allison, she's had some contact More so than she probably might have seen all year long here, early going in this game. Winner of today's contest will advance to the Final Four for Class C New York State Girls Playoffs.
Entering the game for Hoosick Falls, number 23, Jenna Priore.
We're going to call a foul on Kelsey Torville. Tripped up number 14, Heather Reese. Reese is the goal scorer. Annie Mullen will take the free kick. It's a shot right on goal. Bounces up into the hands of Allison Hull. Rabideau, she had the ball temporarily. That ball's tapped over the head of Barcombe. Panthers keep advancing towards the goal, but now it's cleared away onto the foot of Kayleen Scott. Sarah Trudeau at midfield. Trudeau gets it to Scott. Panthers, they are playing a little physical here with the Bobcats. I've noticed that too. And when they can, they're bumping them. Ball's sent over the end line. It's a goal kick. Sub coming in for the Cats.
I think when you get to this level, you got to expect physical play, Bill.
Oh, it's not that I'm surprised by it. It's just that I don't know how well the Bobcats are handling it. If they're going to dish it out, you know what you got to do in return. You got to give it back to them. Sometimes that'll, if you're physical back, they're less apt to be physical with you. But if you're just going to stand there and take it, they're just going to keep dishing it out. Panthers with the ball. Mullen, throw in. Reese, oh, she got her foot way up there. Taps it out of bounds. NAC now with the throw in. That's off the foot of Reese. Got a fly here in front of me, Calvin. Oh.
If the Bobcats will hang on and keep that score at 1-0, or luck out and tie it here, they'll have that wind to their backs in the second half. And, you know, trailing 1-0 with the wind to your back isn't too bad a shape.
Okay. Who they playing? What color are the uniforms that they wear? I'm not talking anymore.
What'd she just come in and tell him?
I don't know.
Did she say NAC was winning down there in Albany?
I don't know. NAC's down 1-0.
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, it was just wishful thinking on my part. NAC's down by a score of 1-0.
You'll hear what you want to hear, Bill.
Well, okay. I'm a good fan that way. I could get myself in trouble saying that. I'm a fan of NAC. I don't know what we get out of announcing that.
Wait till halftime.
Right in the middle of the game. 16-20 and counting. The ball continues to stay down in the NAC end. The defense has got to hold it here. It's a 1-0 score. Hull's punt. That girl a lot taller than Kayla Rabideau got a head on it. Brittany Barron steps up. Emily Lodgeway puts the ball to the outside. Kayleen Scott, she can't get there in time. Okay. Call goes for the Bobcats as Chelsea Barcombe was pushed off the ball. Set it about the 40-yard line on the football field. Saturday afternoon soccer here on Hometown Cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. 25 years and counting on the air. Calvin Castine and Company. Bobcats, recipient of another foul. Well, they'll get a free kick. This time it's on the 30-yard line in the Panther end of the field.
40 yard.
Just a 30. Well, uh-oh. There was a chance for Kayleen Scott. No offsides or anything.
Couldn't get a good foot on it.
Nope. 2 cats there for NAC and just couldn't get a foot on it. That's off the head of Brittany Barron. Tia Hicks has to come outside, kick it out of bounds. Nope, doesn't go out of bounds. Barcombe is there. She gets it to Rabideau. Rabideau trying to come back to the other side of the field. Emily Lajway now. Lajway outside to Barcombe. Barcombe looking to tap it forward in Kayla Rabideau's direction, but that's going to end up out of bounds. A throw in. Subs coming in for the Falls. Beth Drown and Bouvier. Drown and Bouvier looking to come in for the Bobcats. Loose ball, top of the penalty area. Hull's coming out. Behind her. Wild scramble in the front. There's a handball, I would say. If I was calling the game from here. Is the clock still running? Yeah. What's this official doing? Gets in there again. Rabideau gets a head on it. Scott picks up the loose ball just inside the NAC end of the field. That's knocked off her foot. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a Bobcat throw-in with Bouvier and Drown returning for the Cats. Replace Barcombe and Torville girl. Natasha Wilson with the throw. Is NAC without the services of the Burnell girl? Calvin, did she get hurt?
Kristen Burnell, yes.
She
Sarah's still on the team, but Kristen got hurt.
Kristen got hurt. She got hurt in that Seton game, wasn't it?
Yep, I know, Sable Valley is.
Yeah. That was a game that NAC beat Seton by a score of 2-1, that sectional championship. Last year, Seton upended NAC in the championship game by 3-0. And the Seton girls, I think they went to the Final Four last year. If I'm not correct, Bobcats, if they can win here, they'll advance to the Final Four. Boys Bobcats team, they've been to the Final Four a couple times, but that was back in 95, 96. And NAC girls, like when we started off the broadcast here, we're in uncharted waters. They've never been and played in a quarterfinal game before. Kayleen Scott picking up the ball. She gets to Lajway. Lajway's got to go a little harder on that ball and drive through it. She had it. Ended up losing it. Now Rabideau. Rabideau from behind. And the call is going to go for the Bobcats. He's going to say that was a lead official saying that it was a little bit too much. It's too hard of a foul to not call it. He was looking, I think, for see if advantage was going to materialize. That didn't. That's why it was a little delayed there. Emily Lajway and Sarah Trudeau, they got to pick up the communications there a little bit. Just under 11 minutes left in the opening half. Reese, the goal scorer for the Panthers, have given them the 1-0 lead. Brittany Barron, she can play physical if she has to. That ball's tapped into the penalty area. There's a goal. As Hull came out and Panther player just redirected it into the corner of the net, and that's a big goal for the Panthers. Gives them the 2-0 lead here with 10:40 on the clock in the first half.
Hoosick Falls, second goal from number 8, Alex Luke, assisted by number 2, Sarah Dillery.
Sarah Dillery, big offensive threat for Hoosick Falls, has figured in on both goals, got an assist. The actual goal scorer was Alex Luke, that second goal for the Panthers this afternoon.
See Barry Norton's here, Bill, with his uniform on. Down below right now, he's here.
Maybe he's Gary Kaiser. Money out there.
He's still getting paid.
He's still getting paid. This fly is going to have to go. There's Dillery. Puts the ball out to the left side. Cleared away by Brittany Barron. Rabideau comes way back to pick up that loose ball. And Beth Drown. Yeah, there is a perfect example. Number 5 for the Panthers. She dished it out, and NAC took it. And that's what we've been seeing here thus far. They've got the Bobcats got to respond physically themselves, I think. I mean, the arm came up and everything. From our advantage, we could see that. I don't know, the official maybe not, but.
Would you say a poke in the nose would be called for, or what?
Oh, not a poke in the nose. You just, when they're running hard to the ball and you're running hard to the ball, you better not slow down any more than they do. Come on, you know, and I know, and a lot of people know that you have your opportunities. There was one for that girl. She knew. That's something that official on the far side of the field, he ain't going to see that. Trudeau with the ball now. Her pass can't get through. Panthers into Bobcat and Dillery with it. Natasha Wilson. That should be, I thought it was going to be a Bobcat throw. It's the Panthers throw right in front of their bench. Reese, she's got a goal. Her pass, off the foot of Brittany Barron and went towards the net, but it went out just outside the goal.
How did Barron miss that one, Bill?
Actually, I think it was her left foot. I don't know how, well she is with her left foot. Me and Calvin, we're sitting up here in the toasty press box while everybody is out there in the cold wind. I dressed for the occasion here today, and actually I'm pretty warm. Got the windows closed today.
Quite comfortable up here.
Yeah, it is.
Much better than Pickett's Corners.
Ball goes out of bounds. Kayleen Scott can't get there. Here's Joey Barron out there yelling. His daughter is Brittany. Selling white to pump up. That's off the foot of Lashway. NAC crowd trying to get him going. There's a young girl here with the cowbell running across the front of the bleachers. Got a chant of NAC at this time.
As a cow in Ellenberg is missing its bell.
Well, I don't know. There was a lady from Shazy Lake. Shazy Lake always had a cowbell. Not necessarily from Ellenberg. You can buy them cowbells now at the Christmas tree shop in Burlington, Vermont.
Okay.
You know, all the women go shopping now. Bring home some other country's junk.
Yeah.
105 minutes here in the opening half. Panthers have been taking it to the Bobcats. It's 2-0. Dullery, the leading offensive player for the Panthers, has an assist on both goals. Luke, one goal scored the second goal, and Reese opened up the scoring for Hoosick Falls. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine here, bringing you the game for Hometown Cable. End of the soccer season. Of the New York State playoffs, Class A, B, C, and D, all levels. Big cross-country meet out in Norwood, Norfolk today. A couple of Section 7 people favored to at least win the Class D title. Is that for right? Baruti and Champaign. Champaign from Seton. Lee Baruti from Ticonderoga. Good day to run, actually. 40 degrees. I don't know if they're running into the wind or wind at their back. Don't know how that course goes out there. Stepping up Tia Hicks. Cats they're bunched up. Panthers have got them on the run here.
As the father of one of the top runners in the nation, you must know quite a bit about running.
I don't know about that. Amanda Chase, yeah, she's still doing some running down in North Carolina, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Looking to go to the Olympic qualifiers next year. The Olympics being held somewhere in some big country over in Asia. China, I think it was. That's the name of it.
I've heard of that place.
Well, the official fell down. Did you get that on camera?
No, I missed that.
Oh, man, Jim Karen, he just slipped. Some of the fans caught it. Oh, well. Hope everybody's got their... maybe you did get it. You don't know it.
Possible.
Yeah.
Kaiser's slipping and sliding at Shazy
Oh, yeah.
earlier this year.
Oh, yeah? I'd like to see that. That ball's knocked out of bounds by the Bobcat defense. Another corner kick. Oh, they've had several corner kicks here in this first half. 2 minutes left in the first half. Bobcats down by a score of 2-0. On this blustery, sunshiny day here in November. Hull goes up. Stays with it, grabs the loose ball. Nice play there by Allison Hull. Kayleen Scott coming back on the punt. She ends up losing it. Reese now down the right side. She sends it towards the goal. It goes out of bounds. Goal kick. Barcombe and Torville coming back in for NAC.
Into the game for Northern Adirondack. Number 1, Chelsea Barcombe. Number 2, Kelsey Torville.
Bouvier and Brown, or Drown. I said Brown. Emily Lashway, she kicks the ball out of bounds. Okay, 1 minute here. Opening half. This Class C quarterfinal game for New York State playoffs. High school girls soccer. Holt coming out. Ball's loose. Geez, we've seen, how many times we've seen that where she's, ball gets behind her. One time actually it was disallowed, the goal. The Panthers, yeah, they've had 1 goal disallowed and they've scored 2. Have that 2-0 lead. NAC hoping in the next 30 seconds that they get their 10-minute break and then come back out here with the wind at their back and they can capitalize on keeping the ball down in the Panther end of the field. But the Panthers being as physical as they are, that plan might not work. Trudeau on the throw-in, counting the last seconds down here, opening half. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, Hometown Cable, bringing you soccer action here. And the Bobcats find themselves down by a score of 2-0 at the half. We'll be back with second half action of this Class C quarterfinal game after they get a break. Okay, we're back on here. Second half action underway. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine. Had a halftime visitor, Mr. Jim Schutt, stopped by to chat with us. Actually, I think he came up here to get warm, but actually, it's real toasty here. I don't know. I'm probably I should have brought a sleeping bag. I could have spent the night or something. Ain't gonna want to go out to that cold wind after this game. Cats down by a score of 2-0. They've got the wind at their back. The wind is still blowing. Hoosick Falls scored 2 goals in that first half. Heather Reese, first goal scorer, and Alex Luke, second one. Sarah Dillery had the assist on both goals. Cats have got to get their halfbacks, get more into this. Been playing more of a defensive role and they've got to be a two-way player type. They got to go both ways.
That's something we didn't see much of in the first half. The Hoosick Falls keeper touching the ball.
Oh, we never even mentioned her name, Kelsey Rogers. Might have been one of her. Well, that's probably her 3rd punt of the day. The Cats' best scoring chance was real early on when Kayla Rabideau was going down that right side and she had a shot on the short side but was outside the net. Shot towards the goal, goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Bobcats. Saturday afternoon soccer here on the Hometown Cable. Calvin's been here all afternoon. He was here for the Shazy game. Shazy girls have advanced to the Class D Final Four for high school soccer. They'll play next, I guess they said Friday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Shazy boys, they've also advanced to the Final Four for, again, for how many times? They're right there. Actually, we're state champs in 2004 and 2005, I believe. Yep. Colton Pierpont was last year's champion. So keeping it up in the North Country, the Shazy Eagles will try to do that next weekend. That punt picked off by the Panther offensive player. Luke trying to step around Barcombe. Barcombe deep in the Bobcat end. She sends it up the right side. Sarah Trudeau has to come back to get that. Trudeau, nice job. Sarah Trudeau has played a good game here for the Bobcats. Ball now in the middle of the field. That's when that halfback right there has got to step up, Torville girl, and take that off her foot. Tia Hicks gets it up to Scott. Scott, ball ends up over onto the foot of Trudeau. She was looking for Kayla Rabideau, but Rabideau was cut off by the Panther defender. Ball down in the Panther end of the field. Kayla Rabideau, it's off her and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Emily Lashway steps up. She squirts to a couple of Panther defenders. They knock the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats. Jill Gardner.
Entering the game for NAC, number 24, Christy Bouvier.
Christy Bouvier going in for Brittany Barron, back in the defensive position. Outside full. Gardner. She's been marking that number 4, Becca Laporte. And actually, they were going to mark somebody. You figure it might be the Dilleray girl, number 2. She's the big gun for them offensively. Cats. They're back in the end of the field where they spent a lot of time in the first half. Yeah, well, this time they're going in with the wind at their back. Gonna get a call against NAC? No? I thought maybe she left her feet.
Yeah, she was in the air.
She was the one in the air. Cats get a break there. Rabideau, 2 defenders on her. Ball goes out of bounds, off her foot. It's a goal kick.
You get him?
I don't know.
No, he's still flying around, Bill.
I missed him. Getting old and slow now. Turned 50, you know, back in September.
Half a century.
I wasn't supposed to live that long either, you know.
Were you a sickly child?
No, they said somebody was going to kill me before I turned 50. Cross into the middle of the field. Luke's there. She couldn't get that right foot onto the ball. She sort of misstepped and the ball rolled into Allison Hull. Cats get a break there.
That's too good a chance for the team that going into the wind to have, Bill.
You're right, Kelvin. It was a great opportunity too, right there in the front of the net. Barcombe trying to contain the player out on the outside. She put the ball into the middle. Dilleray with it. Dilleray dishes off to Kimball. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's that Laporte girl right in front of the net. She had a great chance there and just kicked it wide of the net. That's a goal kick for the Bobcats. That was a better chance than the one you were just talking about, Kelvin. Cats defensively got caught a little flat-footed there. Bouvier out there on Reese. Reese using the body to shield her off. Her pass back. It's off the foot of a Panther defender, and Lajway kicked it up to the field, but Dilleray put it back in now. Lajway picks up the loose ball. Lajway, yeah, when you get through there, you got a nanosecond to get rid of it and ends up losing it. Rabideau down the right side of the field. Sarah Trudeau. She's going to go in on the Panther defense, force them to kick it out of bounds. She does. Trudeau puts it into the box. The head across, no one there but the keeper, Kelsey Rogers. Someone just yelled, "Don't play defense on offense." Natasha Wilson stepping up. Wilson stops at midfield and lets the Panther player pick it up. Pass into the middle. Lajway. She taps it to the outside. Wilson gets the ball up midfield. Kayleen Scott there. Scott, nice ball out into the open space. Nobody there, though, for the Bobcats. That ball's going to run out of bounds. It'll be a Panther throw in here. 31.5 minutes left in this second half. 2-0 is the score. Won't have Calvin counting down any overtime here unless Bobcats pick up a couple goals here quickly. Last time I was here with Calvin, he jinxed the overtime. NAC boys ended up scoring. They beat, what was that team they beat? No, it wasn't Madrid Waddington. It wasn't Parishville Hopkinton. I can't think of it. It's one of them double names. Oh, Bruston Moira. Ball's in there. And there's that Laporte girl we were just talking about, how she had been being marked, and she breaks through the Bobcat defense and scores and makes it a 3-0 ball game with 30 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Hoosick Falls Panthers up with a commanding lead of 3-0. Okay, picking up the loose ball after the kickoff was that number 14, Heather Reese.
Number 4, Becca Laporte, assist on that. Number 14, Heather Reese.
Well, Heather Reese picking up the assist. Becca Laporte, a goal scorer, the 3rd goal. Cats in a really big hole. And unfortunately, that might be the backbreaker right there, Calvin. Taking a lot of fight out of the Bobcats here.
I would think so, Bill. I think it'd be tough to come back after that. You got the wind to your back, you're down 3-0, the other team scores one into the wind. It can happen. And you're playing the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, it can happen. Anything can happen.
An airplane could land on the field in half an hour. Who knows?
I don't know, maybe the Colorado Rockies will show up. Talk about it can happen.
You're saying they didn't show up at the World Series?
No, they didn't show up at the World Series. No, they didn't. They had their streak as long as they were playing every other day or whatever. Get that 8-day layoff. Too much time to think about it. Okay, who's number 23? Oh, that's the wrong team. Where's the NAC roster? Oh, there we go. Cross into the middle of the field. Laporte. Oh, they say she's offsides. Okay. That's a good thing for the Bobcats because she was wide open. Nobody over there with her. Everybody had gravitated towards the ball. Dullaray. Dishes it to Luke. Luke's cross into the middle of the field. Brittany Barron there defensively for the Cats, but Panthers maintain possession. That deflects off one of the Bobcat players, and Hull, who was actually moving probably to her left a little bit, had to come back to the right, make that save. Her punt goes all the way onto the foot of Kayleen Scott. Scott ends up losing it. Looking to go outside to Rabidou. Charlotte, that's number 23 out there for the Bobcats. Take Serge. Help. Trying to push one through. That's blocked by the Panther defense. Nice play there. Natasha Wilson. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Bobcat throw in deep in the Panther end of the field. Sarah Trudeau, her cross. Ball's getting deflected around there. Went from Rabideau's foot to Scott's foot to out of bounds. Goal kick here for the Panthers. In.
Great name for the Panthers.
Just don't saying something I'm not supposed to, you know.
No, we're not editing Bill's comments.
I've cleaned up my hike since it first started. The days of holding the mic behind my back and yelling at people have gone the wayside.
Well, you no longer have kids competing, it makes a difference.
I still remember hanging out in a Seton Catholic press box window doing that. I don't even know why. A Canton player stepping on somebody's back. That's just kind of funny, actually. Canton was a Class C school. This year they're a Class B school. You know how that goes. Even for Northeastern at the time, they were the longest time they were a Class C school. Population, though, growing over there in the Champlain, Rouse's Point, Moores area, so they're Class B now. Same with Osable for the longest time, Class C school. But they've got more Saranac. Yeah, Class C used to be a real difficult in the boys for you to win the sectional championship. Now it's more or less the B. Class C. Class C girls have always had quite a few teams. NAC, Seton. Even think about Seton, they've been B, C, and D, or whatever, you know. They're different sports for what they are. Like for football, I believe they're a Class D school. Brittany Barron gets it up to Kayleen Scott. 23:40 left here in this second half action. Northern Adirondack girls hosting the Hoosick Falls team in this Class C quarterfinal game for New York State girls soccer playoff action. Brittany Charla gets a break. Christy Bouvier back in the game for the Bobcats. Starting to cloud up. The sun's gone away here. Of course, you know, it's that time of year the sun goes down awful early. 4:30, it's dark. Can be depressing. Go to work in the morning, it's dark. You go home, it's dark.
Once we get to Christmas, it starts lightening up.
Right. Yeah, I always find November to be kind of a depressing month. Well, then you get the holiday. Well, Thanksgiving rolls around. Holidays help pick it up. Yep. Once we turn the corner, January 1st, we start getting itching closer to having more daylight. Before you know it, we talking spring training, baseball. New York Yankees. Who they're going to have playing third base and all that. Kayleen Scott, she went up there. She got hurt a little bit. This official, he likes to give everybody an opportunity to recover. In a game like this, that's what you want to see too. An official that doesn't want to stop the clock and have the coach come out there and take one of your star players off the field. Beth Drown, she was bumping there, the Panther player. Cross into the middle, or a pass into the middle, actually. Natasha Wilson got a foot on it. Cleared by Barron. Barron gets it up to Scott. Scott goes into the middle of the field. Kayla Rabideau. She's not there. Dullary was. Laporte, she's got the third goal. Barron cleared it temporarily. Bobcats haven't been able to use that wind to their advantage much here, Calvin, in this second half of action. More subs coming in.
For NAC, number 2.
NAC, they're a handful, both the boys and girls, playing number 1 teams, ranked in the state at Class C level. Last time we knew, the boys were losing 1-0. That Northern Adirondack boys team, they played some of the Class B schools this year, pretty tough. Northeastern, I believe they tied them. And Plattsburgh High School, they took them to overtime. So we don't know if that experience is going to help them pay off for them down there. Colony on the throw-in, Sarah Trudeau. Just one thing that I've just noticed, the space there. Everybody was down like in the 18, and then the Bobcats have got, you know, it's just too much space there, I think.
A big gap.
A big gap there. You're playing into their hands, actually.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
allowing them to be on the offensive end.
right? You know, you got to move up because it'll be offside. They'll be offside. You're down 3-0 here.
Move up to the 50-yard line at least.
Yeah, keep the ball. The only way you're going to score, or maybe 2 or 3 goals, is to keep the ball down in their end.
You had 4 defenders back there.
Oh, somebody is yelling out there, fill that gap. There's Lashway taking a shot. She plays the stopper position, or center half. Jill Gardner, see, that's what happens there. You fill that gap, you keep the ball down in their end of the field. Bouvier's shot goes over the goal line, and we got a goal kick coming up for Hoosick Falls.
Ready for the game for Hoosick Falls, number 8, Alex Luke.
Luke returns to action. She's got a goal here this afternoon for the Panthers. Loose ball. A lot of NAC fans yelling, shoot, shoot. Well, you got to shoot the ball at the net. Kelsey Rogers. Punt goes out of bounds. Sarah Trudeau. Onto the head of Kayla Rabideau. Ball's chested down to the ground by Emily Lashway, but Panthers let it roll. It's an 8-lane track here, right, Mel?
I believe so.
Yeah. Stuff's nice to run on out there, Calvin. They got one of these tracks up at Champlain now, don't they? The rubberized.
Yes.
I believe they do at Northeastern. Got a little bounce to it when you're running on it. Rabideau had his shot. Goes up through the crossbars. It's high over the net.
3-point goal would have tied it.
Yeah, I'll stop the clock and ask the officials for a ruling on that play. Instant replay. I think I got him, Calvin.
You got him?
At least I knocked him off the window temporarily. I don't know if I killed him.
Still flying
He
out.
came back.
Oh, his cousin. Close relative.
Luke picks up the ball at midfield. Gardner, the midfield, dumps it back in on the Panther defense. There's something, we're seeing right now we haven't seen yet all day from the Cats. Hemming the Panthers in here the last few minutes. Their own end of the field. 16.5 minutes left. Hoosick Falls Panthers have a 3-0 lead here. We're at the beautiful Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex. Put together, 2-3 years ago. Okay, we're waiting for a Hoosick Fall player to run off the field. Now, officials give him the whistle to restart play. Lashway right up on Dullaray. Lajway knocks down Delaray. Oh, okay. Official lets her get away with that one. Jim Schutz, we were talking at halftime, says, well, the play when you get into the quarterfinals and Final Four gets a little bit more physical, even in the high school level. You should expect it. Let the players decide the game and not the officials. Nothing wrong with that. Natasha Wilson steps up, puts it back in on the Panther defense. A couple Panthers, one looked like she did a little somersault there.
Tripped over her teammate.
Tripped over her teammate. You can go to midfield. You can force that blue or them Panthers and to come up to where you are. Shouldn't let them dictate where they're going to be. Trudeau, nice play there. Sarah Trudeau has played an outstanding game here for down in Adirondack. She's been hustling. She's been filling the gaps a lot of places where you didn't expect an NAC player to be with her speed. Kelsey Rogers picking up that loose ball. 14 minutes left here in regulation. Bobcats looking to get 3 goals here in the next 14 minutes and send this into overtime.
You said the keeper has 6 seconds to get rid of the ball. What happens if she doesn't?
It's supposed to be a indirect kick for the other team.
From where?
From the spot she was holding it.
Really?
I think so, yeah. But then, you're supposed to, have you ever seen it called since that rule got implemented?
No.
No. It basically was what you used to call too many steps or something. You were only allowed like 3 steps or something like that. They eliminated that. It's a rule that's there, but really it's when they put it in, you were told, don't call it.
Unless it's abused.
Right, unless it's abused. Real.
8, 10, 12 seconds, and you gotta call it.
The Panthers, number 3, Aaron Shea.
Couple more weeks, be Turkey Day. Actually, Thanksgiving's kind of early this year, isn't it? It's on the 22nd or something. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Get your Christmas shopping done, folks. Seems like Christmas just just had it. The older you get, the quicker it goes by, I guess.
Number 7, Jackie Kimball. And for the Bobcats, number 13.
Luke with the ball now. Wilson, that's off the side of her foot. Hicks has to send it upfield. Laporte can't control it. Bobcats trying to regain control of the ball here. Lashway gets it over to Torville. Torville. She's got her snuffing gloves on.
What?
Black snuffing gloves. She has to. She's going to snuff somebody out. She's working hard over there right now. Not a great punt from Kelsey Rogers. There's a couple times we've seen her punt the ball. Well, she's kicking into the wind, though, too, so that's always a battle. Chelsea Warwick out there for the Bobcats now. Brittany Barron steps up. We're getting the Bobcat fullbacks and halfbacks trying to keep the ball down in the Panther end, but this is something, that gap we were talking about was a gap that existed throughout a majority of this ball game. And the Bobcats in the last 10 minutes or so have just been the first time they closed it up. Ball's knocked out of bounds, be NAC throw. A few of the fans are starting to leave here, Kelvin, already. Trudeau.
Well, if you haven't got a kid involved and you're freezing out there and the score is 3-0 with 10 minutes to go,
you'd probably leave. Are you telling me if we weren't in this press box, you might have shut the camera off by now?
oh, yeah.
Hull hustling out there, picks up that loose ball. Far side of the near side of the penalty area. That's off the head of one of the Hoosick Falls players. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats. Barron on the quick restart. Ball's into the middle of the field. Brittany Barron dumps it back up the field. Kayla Rabideau. She was nailed, and I didn't know if the official was going, well, again, waiting for that advantage, I think, to develop. That surely didn't. But that was a real hard foul, though, there. Rabideau, nice move there. But that's broken up in the Panther defense. We've yet to allow the Bobcats to get too close to that goal here, even in this second half. Once again, their best scoring chances were real early going of the ball game. The Panthers, though, gaining confidence every minute that ticks off the clock here. 8:40 here and counting. Bobcats down by a score of 3-0.
Hoosick Falls, number 10, Meg McKee.
Guess we had a substitution there. Bouvier gets body on it.
I just noticed, Bill, we got bright sunshine out in the field and we got the lights on here.
Yeah, they've been on for quite a while, Calvin. I noticed them on earlier, but well, they got the city rates down here. They can afford it.
That's right.
You know, it costs you $6 to get in this game, you know. Well, most of that money, though, ends up in sectional hands, I believe.
You tell me you paid, Bill?
Nope. I said I showed him my press pass.
Whoa.
It wasn't Vicki McMillan or Jan Flynn down there today, and I thought maybe they'd make me pay. I was ready to.
Was it Jackie or who was it?
I don't know who it was.
Former Jackie Lafreniere was down there earlier in the week.
Tasha Wilson will throw the ball in. Cats experiencing their first trip to New York State Class E quarterfinal play here in girls soccer. And I don't know if you'd call it a real pleasant experience for them right now, but they're down by a score of 3-0. It's something that you gotta get there the first time, you know, and then something you can build on. Actually,
Well, at the start of the year, they said that you'd be in the Capital District Championship game. I think everybody would have said, great.
right? That's true. So they don't have nothing to hang their heads about here. Although down by once again 3 goals. It's been a real successful year here for Jared Puryear. He's northern on around that girls soccer squad here.
Number 1 team in the state.
Playing the number 1 team in the state. They've, I believe they've got 14 victories. That equaled the school high record. They'll be losing the likes, I believe, of Kayleen Scott and Sarah Trudeau, but Emily,
Lajoie's a senior.
Emily Lajoie, she's a senior. Kayla Rabbit will still be around. I think Tia Hicks is a senior too. Back defensively, they've got the Allison Hull's the sophomore goalkeeper. Brittany Barron, I believe, is a senior. Jill Gardner, I think, is a senior also. So they're actually going to lose quite a few players.
I think there were 8 getting flowers senior night.
8 girls?
I think so.
You were there?
I was there, but I should remember all these things. But
well, that's pretty good. You remember at least,
I
8.
remember being there.
You remember being there. You remember being there, but you don't know how you got home.
Next thing I know, I'm here taping this. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, Calvin does a lot of games, so.
A lot of games, a lot of teams.
One thing running into another over to actually by the end of the season, though, right? Calvin's looking for the indoor season to start. Basketball, volleyball, wrestling.
Bowling.
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 Oh, yeah. You do bowling on Hometown Cable?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's got to be easy, too. Sitting there with the camera and in the bowling alley and drinking a beer. And
smoking cigarettes.
got somebody do the play-by-play for bowling?
Oh, once in a while Jim Tierney helps me.
Oh, okay.
Want
Bowling.
to come down, Bill?
Where, bowling?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, she was a good bowling announcer.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know much about bowling. It's one of them games where I played with my brothers when we were younger, and all we figured, all we got to do is throw this ball down the alley as hard as we can, type of thing. It's like playing billiards with them, a pool game. We had a pool table in our cellar. We'd go down there and we'd whack them balls as hard as we could. Wasn't about being finesse with it. Pool is more of a finesse game. Even bowling is. Halton, nice job coming out there. 3.5 minutes left here. Bobcats still down by that score of 3-0. Hull with a nice strong punt. Sarah Trudeau. The captains for the Bobcats. Looking to put it up to Rabideau, but the defender, I don't think the Panthers defense has made a mistake yet this afternoon. Bouvier, she's worked hard when she's been out there. Off the back of Trudeau. Jill Gardner steps up. Gets it to Rabideau. Rabideau goes to Trudeau. Trudeau floods it in. It goes into the penalty area all the way into the arms of the keeper, Kelsey Rogers. Well, I know one person would be proud of this Bobcat team. Mr. Brian Bouvier. He was the coach for the Cats when they won their first Class C title back in '98. And I'm sure he's looking down on the Cats today.
No handball call on that, Bill.
Oh, they want to keep the clock running. Oh, wait, they never don't stop the clock anyways. All right.
Yeah, Jared Perrier stepped in when Brian died. It must be 3 years ago now, I would think.
Yeah, it's been 3. Ooh, there's a hard play by Sarah Trudeau. Well, I know a lot of youth teams in the Altona, Lime Mountain, Ellenburg area, so Bobcat soccer, they've had some down years, but maybe it's on the upswing again. There was a local coach that said we were lucky to be here, actually.
1 minute remaining.
Cat here. Played tough against some of the bigger schools. Ended up winning the Section VII Class C title. A regional game against Madrid-Waddington. They prevailed by a score of 1-0. But here they've been at the short end of the stick. Hoosick Falls, the #1 ranked team in the state of New York, Class C level. Scored 2 goals in the first half and picked up their 3rd goal here. And they have the 3-0 lead. Delaray, big offensive threat. She's had 2 assists. Luke, goal scorer, Reese, and Laporte all picking up goals. Kelsey Rogers going to pick up the shutout. Hoosick Falls will advance to Class C Final Four next weekend in Cortland.
2-1.
Counting it off, folks. Great effort here by the Bobcats. But once again, a big, strong opponent here in the Hoosick Falls Panthers, prevailing by a score of 3-0. Wild Bill Chase and Calvin Castine, your hometown cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. I wish everybody happy Turkey Day. Remind everybody, tune in to Hometown Cable for all your local sporting events, community events, and stories of public interest. Let's hope the snow stays away for at least till the holidays and goes away after that. Have a good night, folks. Drive carefully out there.
Above the crossbar when she jumped, so she would have had that. Now, if it had been positioned,
You think so?
yeah. I mean, unless I'm imagining it, when she jumped up just to verify that it was going over, I think her hands cleared the crossbar significantly.